Hey, welcome to this screencast focused around Zoom as a classroom tool or instructional tool. I know many teachers are moving towards digital instruction. I myself, an educator as well, but I'm currently using Zoom as a way to teach virtual piano lessons and also hold meetings as well with students. And I feel that it's a really powerful tool, quick and easy and safe. And so that's what this video is going to be about: how to get started with Zoom, the free basic account. And that's all I have. How to get started with Zoom using this free basic account and to keep it safe. So we'll talk about tips around that. We want to make sure our students are safe and you're safe as well while you're using it. And also, one of the reasons I really like Zoom is because you have control. I've used Google Hangouts and some other platforms, and you don't have as much, especially working with students, you don't have as much control around what they see and what they're doing. And I do like the way Zoom gives us some power. Okay, so I'm really already signed in. That's why you see my account over here. If you haven't already created an account, you can sign up for free. Easily just drop in a email and a password and you're good to go. And you'll see this screen. The first screen you'll see will be your profile. I do want to give you a quick tour around the site, not super detailed. Again, I literally, when I found out I had to go virtual, so currently right now the coronavirus is it's a pretty big deal everywhere right now, and so I immediately went virtual with my piano instruction, and Zoom made that so easy for me and my students. Okay, so once you log in, you're here. Up here, you have solutions. These are their different products and different ways that you can utilize the platform. That's all the solutions area is. There's other plans and pricings, how much those plans are. Again, I just have the basic plan. And I'll say this over and over again. The free basic plan, you can host up to 100 participants, only up to 40 minutes. So if you were to have a whole class up here, and you have like 30 kids in the class, that meeting would have to be no more than 40 minutes, okay, with the free basic plan. But most teachers that I've run into aren't holding full class meetings up here that are longer than that. To try to keep all the students' attention for longer than that can be a little tough. One-on-one meetings, you have unlimited. There's an unlimited time frame for that, which is amazing. And that's what I use this for a lot, okay? And then my meetings that I do have that are more than two people, me and the participant, are no more than 30 minutes. So it works really well, okay? You can contact them. That's all that is. Over here, you can join a meeting. And so we're about to dive into all that. Drop in the code, jump in the meeting. You can schedule a meeting, and you can also host a meeting, okay? And all you see here are the options. You can host a meeting with the video on as the host, with the video off, or if you just want to share your screen, you can do that as well, okay? So I want this to be as beneficial as possible for you. Please comment on this video if you need more. Again, this is just meant to be a quick get started with the platform. Not meaning to go super detailed. I just want to get you using Zoom. I do want to tell you before I dive in any further, I am a learning technology specialist, freelance. So if you go to brysonfinney.com, which you see right here, go under, services, learning technology. This is me. I'd love to support you. So if you decide to use Zoom, you just want some support, that's what I'm here for. All that's here for you. You can drop me a line right there. All right, we're going back to Zoom. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my account. All right, let's go right here. Zoom, my account. Cool, and if you saw what I just did, I was looking for my account and I didn't see it. So you can always click on, and that's with most sites, you can just click on the name of the site, and then usually that'll set things back to normal if you've gone kind of deep. And then I saw my account, I clicked it, and I'm home, I'm back. All right, so this is your profile, really basic. You do have an ID right here that's used for all personal meetings. So if you just want to jumpstart a meeting really quick, You can do that easily. You have a personal meeting ID. You can literally copy and paste this link and send it, start a meeting, okay? Meetings will show you the meetings that you already have scheduled, my upcoming meetings. So I've scheduled my piano lessons with a lot of my students. You can schedule a new meeting from here, and we'll go through what that looks like in depth. We will do that in depth, okay? Previous meetings that I've already held. Here's your personal meeting room. So I said a minute ago, you can copy and paste that link and send it to someone. You can also go to personal meeting room, start a meeting. Okay, you can do that as well. And then I don't have any meeting templates. So my assumption for meeting templates is you've created, when you schedule a meeting, you have a template for how you want your meetings to look, how you schedule them, and you can save that template right here. And I haven't done that. That's all that is, okay? All right, so that's profile, that's meetings. Webinars, no biggie, these are for larger audiences. And if you're watching this video and you heard my beginning, I'm really not talking about huge audiences. Plus I have the free account. Okay. Recordings, you would need the paid version for this. So you can also upload your meetings, a recording of your meeting to the Zoom cloud, or you can, you have an option when you have the paid version, you can save a recording of each one of your meetings. And so you could save them and send them if you need to people who missed the meeting. So that's what that is, okay? All right, I do want to give you a little chat around settings, only one area in settings. When I held my first piano lesson, I didn't touch any of this. And the meeting was perfect. It was wonderful. But I did, after diving through Zoom and chatting with other educators, there are some things that I want to make you aware of. So as far as the first heading, which is schedule a meeting, I didn't touch any of that. You may look over that on your own. The way it's set, most of those settings you can adjust when you are scheduling a meeting. So there is no need to touch that. However, I do want to look at in-meeting basic, and that's where we're at right now. So not much here, but I want to run through some that could affect you and your students. The first one that I've adjusted, or I want to mention, is chat. So there will be a chat box that's open for you and your students automatically. If you don't want that chat window open, you can turn that off. It may be useful if you want to share information through text with your students, or vice versa. You want them to share something with you. The next one is private chat. You may want to turn this one off or keep it on. This is so students can chat, or your participants can chat privately between each other without you. So you may want to take that off if you want, or with you. It's just one-on-one. Okay, the rest of these I left alone. File transfer, I want to make sure that no files are transferred or shared with participants without my consent. And so just to be on the safe side, I turned this off. If there's anything I want to share with students, I'm screen sharing with them. So I went ahead and turned off file transfer. I want no room for any type of hacking situation to take place. We are on the internet, so I went ahead and turned that off, okay? And there's another way to make sure you're safe as well. I'm going to share those as well. The next one, screen sharing, no one else should have. This is me, but I love the ability to share my screen. It's a powerful tool, but as the host and as the lead teacher or facilitator in the meeting, I want to be the only one sharing my screen. I don't want random participants sharing their screen. Okay, just to be safe, if we're dealing with students, I turn that off. Just for the hosts, okay? And that's it. The rest of these, I would look through if you want to. This is in meeting advance. I didn't touch any of those either. I left that alone. And also the email notification, left it alone. I will send the invite to my students. Okay, I didn't worry about Zoom sending any emails. I took the link, and we're going to see that when we schedule a meeting, and I will share that. I share that with my students, and I left other alone too. Okay, so I want to go ahead and show you how to schedule a meeting. So the option is right here, so we can go right there if we want to. Let's actually do that. So now we're scheduling a meeting, and it dropped us in our meeting category under personal. So we're in meetings, and we're scheduling a meeting. Okay, so all we have to do is give it a name. So let's say it's my piano lesson, and let's say this is Zach's piano lesson. Okay, All right, after we put in the piano lesson or the topic, the name, then we can give a description, whatever you want to say, to our first virtual lesson. Yay, or whatever you want to say there, okay? All right, when is the lesson going to be? So this is important because we can link this to our Outlook or Google Calendar. So this is really important. So whenever you want this to be, let's say I'm scheduling this out. Let's say it's going to be April the 6th. All right, and let's say it's going to be at 5 o'clock p.m. I'll leave it there, but you can adjust the time. You can adjust the duration, how long it's going to be. Okay, I do want to show you this. It's in half-hour increments, but you can change that. Let's say you want it to be in 15-minute increments. All right, oops, and it changed it back for me. I want 15, 5:15. There we go. And let's say we want this to be 45 minutes. Oh, there's an option. Okay, so you can do that. 45 minutes long. Okay, here's that reminder. I told you we'd see this again, but I'm in Zoom Basic, and so my limit is 40 minutes if I have 3 or more participants. One-on-one is unlimited. I don't want to see this again, so I can do this. Okay. All right. Time zone. This is automatically set to your time zone, and you can make it reoccurring. So I know that my piano lessons will be every week. So you can do this, and you can choose how you want that to occur. If it's every week, if it's every day, okay, whatever you want there. Okay, I'm going to turn that off so you can see how that happens. Really great for linking that to a calendar. I love that. So we're going to have this generate a new ID for this meeting instead of using my personal ID. Okay, remember, this is your personal ID that you can set up instant meetings on the spot. I want this to have its own, so I want to generate automatically. Okay, so your meeting will have an ID, but if you want your students to have an extra level of security to make sure no one can enter the meeting but those you have given access to, you can also require a password, but make sure you share that password with them. Okay, just to be on the safe side. All right, that is another level of security I highly recommend, especially if you're working with smaller children. All right, video. So right now, we're using video as the host, and let's say we're using video as a participant because I want to see them. Audio could be by telephone or by computer audio. Okay, and then say I don't want the participants to join before I get there. I will leave that blank. Okay, I don't want the students to have access to this until I get there. That's another level of security, I believe, as well. You can leave that blank. Okay, you can mute participants on entry, so when they come in, they're muted and they would have to unmute themselves. All right, you can have a waiting room where they wait until you get there. All right, and it's saying here to record the meeting automatically on a local computer, but I believe this option is not accessible if you have the free account. However, it is sitting there, so I would give it a shot. I haven't used it myself, but it is there for you. All right, okay, and that's it. After you do that, you can save. And here's a review, an overview of your meeting that you just scheduled. There's the meeting ID. So when it's time for me to send this to Zach, I will copy. I'll press here. I'll copy the invitation. I really only send him this right here. So he has the link, the meeting ID, and the password. Send that to him and he's good to go. Okay? But we're going to practice going into a meeting right now. Okay? I want you to see how that works. Okay? So we're actually going to let's go to practice going into Zach. So let's copy the link. And we're going to memorize this. The password is 224226. 224226. All right, and let's see what happens in our second video. So please join us for our second Zoom instructional video as we get started using Zoom for instruction. I hope this was helpful. Join me in my second video.